Hi, Aries. Welcome to your June 2017 Astro Update. It's Rena here. So, what is the concentration of energy for you in June? I feel that it will be in your home sector. So, whether it's your own home that you're renovating and maybe who knows, maybe you're moving, you want to move to a new house, that could be featured, but it could have to do with your parents, especially the mother for the fourth house. I've heard the father, but Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house, and that's the sign of the mother. So in any case, on the 4th of the month, your ruler, Aries, Mars, enters that fourth house. So that's kind of strange bedfellows, because a warrior energy in the house of home and family, this water house, is kind of not compatible in certain aspects. It's very aggressive, and Cancer and what it represents is very interior and very dreamy and very quiet. And so you have to be careful about any kind of conflicts with family. I really feel that you are such an independent individual that with this energy in this fourth house, it may bring up stuff from the past that rubs you the wrong way. Okay. So if you have to deal with any issues, especially with mother, but with your family of origin, with your home of origin, or even with your home right now, tread lightly. Don't be too pushy about it, because you may feel even riled up. Mars can indicate one's anger. It can indicate conflict. And you naturally have this tendency to be riled up. So you have to tone it down. You will have the sun entering this sector at the time of the solstice on the 21st, when the sun goes into Cancer. And then a couple of days later, there's a new moon in the sector as well. So there is a new beginning afoot, but at the beginning of the month, it could be a little bit prickly, okay? There could be something that is causing conflict. Now, some of you may be renovating your home because you're moving into a new one, or just even renovating, let's say, your kitchen or something. And at the end of the month, the new moon is showing that you have this new addition, or this, you feel like your home is renewed because of this upgrade. So that could be what's happening. Could be something as simple as that. Sometimes Mars, it's just like this, the tear down of a construction project. You could see it like that too. So in addition to that, we have on the 6th, 2 transits. We have Mercury, which is in Taurus, going into Gemini. So we're looking at, and this is Mercury in Taurus, in your second house, is where the retrograde the Mercury retrograde that recently ended, it was started in that second house. So there has been some issues connected to your income, the money you earn, that were rethought out. And now that Mercury is direct, you have been really putting attention to your income streams and maybe coming up with more ideas and strategies. And then on the 6th, Mercury goes into the 3rd house in Gemini. That's its natural house, and so it feels right at home there. And this is giving you the desire to reach out, maybe to siblings. The 3rd house rules your siblings. I also think it rules other family members, like cousins, extended family members. So there could be some issue with this family situation. We have the 4th house with the mother or the parents and then we have the 3rd house. So that could be something going on with family. And on that same date, we have Venus going from your first house of the self to the second house of earned income. So you've had Mercury leaving that house, and now Venus is coming in, like the cleanup crew, and Venus brings money to that house. Venus rules that house. Just like Mercury rules the third house, Venus rules the second house. So they are right in alignment with what their job is to do in that house. And with Venus, it is to attract money to you. So that can be a very good money time for you when Venus is in this sector. Venus has, in its typical run, it's about 3.5 weeks in one house. Or one sign. Depending on your natal chart, your houses can be different degrees. They don't even have to all be 30 degrees, based on the type of chart that most astrologers seem to use these days, which is the unequal house system. And this is a good time to remind you, whether you're Aries Sun or Aries Rising, this is a general forecast, and you would need a private reading to have somebody look at your natal chart, particularly. If you're watching for your sun sign, that's your solar chart. If you're watching for Aries Rising, that's your natal chart. But depending on what time you're born, that dictates how your chart is constructed. And I'll just let you know that I am offering a natal chart interpretation sale right now. And so I say that because I really do want to be as precise as possible. And sometimes it feels a little bit wrong, to be saying these things, knowing that they may not actually fit everybody. But I still think they're worthwhile. I mean, I watch other people's astrology forecasts on YouTube too, because it's a general influence and you can get a feel for things, even if you know in your heart of hearts that might not fall in that particular house. So anyway, getting back to the reading, so Venus has been in your first house until the 6th, and that makes you very attractive. That's the key word, attracting to you. You're good. And so we always think of gorgeous, drop-dead gorgeous for some kind of attractive person. But attractiveness can be hard to pin down. It can be something very subtle, like your aura, like your just some kind of charismatic thing. And with Venus in the first house, it can be good for any kind of self-promotion, whether you're trying to find a job, whether you're trying to attract clients to you, or whether you're looking for love. But in the second house, Venus can bring money to its own house, and this can be a very good time for you, as I say, in the next few weeks. Jupiter turns direct on the 9th of the month, and I have been telling the other signs that this is a very important date, actually, the 9th of June, because not only does Jupiter turn direct in Libra, your opposite sign, which is your 7th house of committed partnership, but it also is going to be the same day there's a full moon in Sagittarius in your 9th house. So on the same day, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so there is this kind of connection there. And I have to think that it's kind of a turning point for all of us in some way. So when this occurs, you have Jupiter turning direct in your marriage sector, in your committed partner sector, and you may have had some kind of slowing down, this sense of something kind of being put forth. Back in February, this may have begun. And now you have a sense of things pushing forward. It is going to take some time for Jupiter to regain its strength to the degree it was when it retrograded. I can't remember when that is. It might even be as late as the end of July, to be honest with you. But regardless, it's going to be in a forward motion, so you're going to have that momentum. And so Jupiter expands the sector that it transits through. And this is your marital sector. So maybe some people got engaged, but they couldn't agree on a wedding date. And so this is going to push forward. Maybe you're going to start with the wedding plans. You're going to really be consumed with this, and you're going to feel enriched by this. Jupiter will be in this sector until October. Then you have that full moon in the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of the higher mind. It's the house of, so that could be like the university level studies. It can be your philosophical outlook. So your religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. You could have an epiphany. You know, the full moon can bring revelations, and especially of a spiritual, mystical variety. And you may realize, this is what the meaning of life is. And I've been kind of over here spinning my wheels, and now I feel totally aligned with what I came here to do, with what I'm about. And in addition to that, you have this situation with the ninth house representing foreign travel. You may you may be ending some kind of trip abroad. You may finalize plans for a trip that you're going to take. Or perhaps you decide to postpone or just drop an idea of traveling that you have had in the past. This can be an end to a publishing project that you've wanted to get out there to people. Maybe you've been writing a book and you finally finished and you're ready to publish. The ninth house is publishing. And so that's on the same date. And we have as I said, we have a new moon in your fourth house. So that could be closing in on a new house. It could be, like I said, some kind of addition to your house. You feel like your house is different now because you've renovated it, whatever the case may be. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is actually coming from May, is the North Node now being in Leo in your fifth house of romance. So for those of you who are single, with Jupiter direct and the North Node in Leo, it's very possible that at least we have this window of time before Jupiter changes signs from Libra into Scorpio until I think it's like October 11th. But from now until then, you have this North Node in Leo. Perhaps you will meet your soulmate. North Node has that faded quality to it, and I could totally see soulmate stuff, and that is in your fifth house of romance. So that combined with the Jupiter transit in your seventh house could indicate, you fall in love and you immediately want to marry this person. You might not, and I don't necessarily recommend, but I could totally see an Aries person wanting to get married after knowing somebody for a month because you're so impatient, but also because you're so eager. This is one of the great qualities of Aries, is being such an enthusiastic person, a cheerleader for life. We need more of you out there. So Aries, God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful June. If you'd like a private reading, please go to rainandmoonastrology.com or just click on the link below. Take care. Bye.